Yo guys, my name is Legend and welcome to my YouTube channel. As you guys know, about 2 months ago now I bought a Skyteam PBR for 125 euros. I made a few videos on it, I rode it a few times, I fixed some small stuff that was wrong with it, and I sold it for some nice profit. Now the reason I'm making this follow-up video is because I get a lot of younger subscribers asking me, Legend, I want to start a project, I want to buy a bike, I want to do this and that, but I don't have any money. How did you buy your bike? How do you pay for things? You don't have a job, right? All this stuff. So no, I don't have a job. And I bought that 125 PBR kind of to prove to you guys that cheap projects don't have to be really shitty. There are some pretty good, cheap projects out there. You just gotta look for them. I get a lot of people saying, oh, I want to buy a bike, oh, I want to start a project. And when I ask what is the project, they show me a bike that's worth 5,000 euros. And they're like, yeah, well, I cannot afford it. How did you do it? I'm like, well, if you're looking for a project, don't spend 5,000 euros on it. Just start cheap. And that's kind of why I bought the PBR. And I'm showing you guys that it doesn't have to be shitty. Now, I agree the PBR was an amazing deal. You don't see it every day. But there are some good deals where you can still have a little bit of fun on a budget and even maybe make a little bit of profit out of it. A few days ago, I saw a pit bike which was listed for 350 euro. It didn't have an engine, but all the paperwork was there. Basically, the only thing it needed was engine, carburetor, and that was it. And he asked 350 for it. Now, I spoke to him and eventually he dropped this price to 220. 220 for a pit bike with some nice parts. It wasn't fully like Chinese or anything. There was a Kitako rear swing arm, which is really good quality, and some other bits. And he asked 220. Then I did some research to find some engines. 50cc engines go anywhere between 50 and like 100 euros. So let's say a more expensive engine, let's say 100 euros plus 220 for the bike is 320 plus let's say like 50 euros in like random small parts, which is 370, and you have a fully functioning bike for 370 euros, which I'm sure you can sell for like 600 euros. So you almost double your money. So it's really that easy. You just have to be willing to look for it, willing to negotiate, willing to do it. I talk to a lot of people that are like, oh, I want to do this and that, and then I talk to them, and then every time I gave them like option they could go for, they gave an argument of why they don't want to do that. And then I'm like, yeah, well, do you want to do it or not? And they're like, of course. And I'm like, yeah, well, I give you 5 options and you shoot every single option I give you down. You gotta be willing to actually do it. You don't just gotta say, I want to do it, you gotta actually do it. And that's kind of the problem I see with a lot of people that contact me saying, oh, I want to buy a bike, I want to start a project, but I don't have any money, I don't have any experience. Listen guys, I don't have any money either. I'm a student, I put literally all my money into camera gear and like projects. I don't have a budget for anything. The 125 euro I put in the PBR was literally some money I had left over from like my birthday or something. So I don't have a job and I surely don't have any real experience. The only experience I have is with bolt-on parts, and now I'm trying to build a bike from scratch. So if you want to do it, just bite the bullet and do it. Buy something cheap, negotiate the price down a little bit. Often the prices that are listed online are not what they actually want for it. Everybody lists it a little bit higher. And I made like crazy profit on it. I think like 600%, which allowed me to buy a brand new GoPro, which is for me is an expensive purchase. It was like the new GoPro is like, I don't know, 300-400 euros, which for me is a lot of money. But because I did that little project, I could invest in my channel, I could buy some new gear. And also whenever I say like, well, you can find a cheap project, everybody's like, yeah, but that's gonna be shit. And then I sent a video of the PBR and they're like, yeah, well, that's 1 in a million chance. And I do agree, 125 euro for a full bike is, you don't find that every day. But as I just said, I found the pit bike I was just talking about by accident. I wasn't even looking for it. It just appeared on my homepage, on my timeline on Facebook. They're out there, you just gotta be willing to do it. And the willing to do it is, I think, the biggest issue in today's generation. Everybody has big plans, everybody's ambitious, but when it comes down to it, nobody does anything. And I'm guilty of that too. I have so many awesome plans for a bunch of things, not just YouTube, and I'm like, oh, this and that, I'm going to do it, and then when it comes down to it, I don't do anything. And that's in my opinion just the sad truth with this generation. Everybody's ambitious, but nobody does anything. So my advice is just go out there and do it. I will make another video because I know some of my subscribers are really young. So I'm going to make a follow-up video, and I'm going to show you how you can make 125 euro in like a day or two to fund your first project, to flip your first project, to have some money to buy something decent. So you guys will see another video like this. I know it's something completely different than what I usually upload, so I'm sorry if it comes over as a little bit weird, but I just wanted to tell you guys because I really get a lot of people saying like, oh, I want to do this. I have a bike, I want to rebuild it like this, or I don't have a bike and I want to build something like this. And yeah, as I said, every option or every opinion I give gets shut down, which just goes to show that they're not actually wanting it that bad. They're just dreaming and not acting. Which, again, I'm guilty of it too. And it's okay to dream. But yeah, with the money I got from the 125 PBR, I bought a new GoPro. And the remainder of that money I'm going to invest, I think, in some good parts. I mean, in some good tools. I really want an air compressor, a decent one to use some air tools. Because things will go a little bit easier and faster. Because I just waste a lot of time on like silly stuff when I'm working on things because I have limited tools. And also because I have limited time due to school, I just want to fasten that process a little bit so I can go upload more videos of projects. So all the money is actually going straight into YouTube. The GoPro, an air compressor, some power tools, and if I have anything left, then I will probably put it into parts for projects. Because as you guys can see, I have another PBR frame right here, which I already have a plan for another series. But first we're going to finish the purple one that's in my garage still. Still working on it, guys. I just had exams, I didn't have any time. I still have one more week of school and then I have 2 weeks off. So in those 2 weeks I'm going to work on it a lot. And I'm going to try and at least finish the whole front forks and get the tires and the rims under it. And yeah, that's my goal for this month, I'd say. Also, I'm working on a bigger project, which is an actual motorcycle. Some of you guys that follow me on social media already know. The big Kawasaki project. And then this one is also going to be a pretty fun video series. I'm not going to reveal anything about it yet because it's not 100% sure and I don't want to make promises that I cannot keep. But if it ends up going through, then this will be a really fun and I think also funny series. And if it doesn't go through, I'll probably end up selling this because I don't have time to make 20 bikes. But yeah, you guys will hear about that later. I think that was everything I kind of want to say. I was maybe a little bit of a rant slash advice slash information about how I do stuff. If you want more about these kind of like subjects, let me know. Maybe you have a subject you want some advice on down below. But starting a project is doable. Just save up some money. You can buy something cheap and fun, maybe flip it for some profit, buy something nicer, and keep on going. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.